I feel like I'm 12 again. Recording videos on my iPod Touch from like 2010. Oh, this is gonna be awkward. Also, I get to watch my face the whole time. That's gonna be weird. Hi guys. I don't know if you can see my hand. I'm waving to you from the back. Hi. I'm like so awkward. I like. Hi guys, this is my face. Just do this whole video like this. No, I'm just like, this is my journal. Look at my dragon. I have a dragon. It says, I'm not a bookworm. I'm a book dragon. I am a book dragon. I'm actually reading Fire and Blood, the book that House of the Dragon is based on right now by George R.R. Martin, because his fantasy work inspires a lot of my stuff and my writing. And I want to write books someday too. Anyways, what does this one say? I can't. Let's see. The idea is to write it so that people hear it and it. So I don't know what that says. See, something through the. I don't know. It's some quote about books, but I'm just do it. Okay, I'm gonna do it. 1, 2. This is so weird. Oh, it's my face. It's my beautiful face. Hi guys. I'm Iris. You've probably heard of my audios. If not, I don't know how you ended up here. I don't. Probably my really funny thumbnail. I made that myself. I thought it was funny. People probably won't think it's. People will probably get confused. But hi. I'm Iris. I am 22 years old. I'm non-binary. I came out as non-binary last year, so I use they them pronouns. Because gender is a social construct, and I don't believe it. Also, I like wearing whatever I want without, like, people judging me. I'm gonna get judged anyway, but I don't really care. Anyways, hi. I've been gone for, like, almost 2 years. Yeah, almost 2 years, because I left. I'm sorry, we have a house phone. It's probably a scammer. And the other thing that's barking is my dog. He's one of those white crusty dogs that hates people. Yeah. Anyway, where have I been? What have I been doing? I've been doing a ton of side quests. Like, for almost 2 years, so I'm sure you all are curious as to what I've been doing. And basically, for those of you who don't know, for those of you who may not know, for those of you who are new here and never heard my audios before, and you somehow ended up on this side of YouTube, don't know how, I went to art school from 2018 to 2022, May of 2022 of this year. So I graduated from art school in May, and I graduated art school. And if any of you like are artists, like have heard about art school, it's horrible. Art school is a scam. Don't do it. From someone who is neurodivergent and went to art school for 4 years during a panini and was an RA. Don't do it. It's a scam. You're gonna lose all your money that way. Don't do it. Don't. It's not worth it. It really isn't. It's not. Like, every art school has high suicide rates for a reason. You wanna know why? Because they're awful. They're a scam. Yeah. I'm telling you this as someone who was an RA for 2 years and went to school during the pandemic. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth a bachelor's degree. I have a bachelor's degree. Was it worth it? Hell no. But anyways, that was my biggest side quest. Going through art school was my biggest side quest. And I have a lot of stories from art school that I would love to share, but that is not this video. So, how did I get to graduating art school? Let's start from there. Let's start at the beginning. January of 2022. Last time I uploaded. No, January 2021. That was the last time I uploaded. So where have I been? What have I been doing? I graduated. So what I've been doing in between? Some things I am not comfortable talking about quite yet because they're either irrelevant or personal, like really personal. If there is a time and a place for that stuff and for me to be comfortable talking about, maybe I'll share in the future, maybe not. The crows are coming. They're like, we want to hear it later. But that stuff I'm not comfortable. But there is stuff I'm comfortable with that I will be gladly sharing right now. So in January of 2021, I was a second semester junior, and I was taking 3 illustration classes. Now, if you are taking illustration in art school, I am so sorry, first of all, and 2, don't ever take 3 illustration classes, especially if 2 of them are being run by teachers you have beef with, because the 2 main illustration classes I was taking that semester, I had beef with both professors. I hated them, absolutely hated them, but now I never have to see them again, so work. Yeah, so I ended up getting a C in both of their classes, which I literally could care less about. So, and, yeah, so I was dealing with their BS, and on top of that, I was also, like, in a liberal arts class. I was taking art history, and if you have ever taken an art history class, I'm so sorry, I understand, I hate it too. And I was like almost failing that class, so I was not having a good time during the pandemic, not at all. And I was also like in the middle of trying to like figure out like how to get like accommodations, because I was trying to get my ADHD diagnosis. For those of you who may not know, I've been trying to get diagnosed with ADHD since 2019. And I finally did in April of 2021. So I finally got diagnosed in April of 2021, but by that time, I couldn't have accommodations because it was too far into the semester for said accommodations, because that's so great. But I ended up passing that semester, so who cares? Anyway, yeah, I wasn't done with work there though, because as soon as the summer started, I stayed on campus for the entire summer, and I had to do my internship requirement to graduate. So for those of you who don't know, some colleges require you to do a certain amount of internship hours in order to graduate. I had to do 120 hours, and I ended up working at a bookstore. And it was so fun because the owners of said bookstore were actually authors, and I got to learn a lot of tips on writing books in the future, and that was like really, really cool and funky and fresh. And then I did that from like May to the end of June. And not only that, that was the only thing I did over the summer. My college, which is notoriously horrible at communicating throughout all the offices, the admissions program, which is in charge of running the pre-college program at my college, which is a program for high schoolers to experience college for a month over the summer, they did not communicate until like weeks before that they had accepted 90 students into the pre-college program. and that they only had hired 3 RAs. So me being one of the only RAs on the RA team that was living on campus for the summer, they were like, hey, can you do this? Please, we'll pay you. And I was like, I'm getting paid? Okay, all right, you don't have to tell me twice. But I have to tell you, since then, I have realized that I am terrified of teenagers. Teenagers terrify me. If you're a teenager, I'm automatically terrified of you because younger Gen Z is built different. I'm older Gen Z, and I'm terrified of teenage Gen Z. So, yeah, but I ended up getting like the most relatable floor ever of teenagers. I didn't get the crazy drinking, doing drugs, you know, full of hormones, you know, punching doors, breaking stuff teenagers. I got the gay, trans, gender fluid, fruity, neurodivergent, funny, you know, boys who are trying to, you know, unlearn toxic masculinity. I had the best floor. They were so well behaved. They were so nice. We even, all of our apartments, we ended up having dinner together in the dorms, and we would like have feasts and stuff, and we would like feed each other, and it was so wholesome and so sweet, and I was so blessed to have that floor. I did get really tired though, because they're teenagers and they have a lot more energy than I do as a 21-year-old college student. But they were like the best floor ever, and if I had any other floor, I probably would have cried the entire time. But I just love them. They were so sweet and so awesome, and they were also so supportive and helpful of each other, and I couldn't have asked for a better group of teenagers to, you know, supervise. So, yeah. And then after that pre-college program, I was thrust right back into school, and I moved from the pre-college dorms to back to my summer dorm, and then had to move from my summer dorm to my dorm for senior year. And the great thing about my dorm for senior year is that it had parking. It was right next to where my senior studio space was gonna be, and it was just a 4-person dorm, which was great. And also, my bestie Anders got to live with me, which was also amazing. And my senior year was probably like the easiest year ever for me. It went so smoothly. I had professors that I actually liked and didn't have beef with, so that was really helpful to me. I almost got a professor fired, which is also great. And I had just like the most amazing professors like I could have had my senior year. So shout out to all of them. I miss y'all. I'm probably gonna come visit y'all because my bestie Anders is still going to school there. Bless their heart, you know. So I'll probably go up and visit them and, you know, annoy them and be like, Jesus back to haunt you. Okay. But senior year is when you usually have your thesis, and I had my illustration thesis project. And my illustration thesis project, I created 6 paintings. I created 6 paintings from August of 2021 to April of 2022. And I had my thesis show in 2022 in April. And it was called Gray Matter, and it was great because I was in a show with only 3 other people, and it ran so smoothly, and it was so nice, and I just had a great time. And basically, for the month before graduation, I got to relax for the first time in my art school journey. It was so nice. It was so relaxing, and then I graduated, and that was awesome. And I moved out of my dorm and I moved back with my parents, because if you live in America right now, inflation and housing crisis and rent is happening, and my parents happily allowed me to live here until it calms down, but it may never calm down. So if I'm stuck here for the rest of my life, it's fine. I'm in therapy. But anyways, yeah, and I actually, during the summer, I converted this room that I'm in into a studio space for myself, so I wouldn't have to do everything in my bedroom, and my bedroom would be just for sleep. Because bedrooms are for sleep, and that's really helpful with my ADHD. And also, one more thing, I forgot to mention this. I was supposed to mention this. After I got my ADHD diagnosis, I also got diagnosed with something else, because during my ADHD testing, the doctor was like, I can't tell if you're bipolar or not. And I was like, wait, what? He's like, I'm ruling out bipolar. And I was like, excuse me? Bipolar? What? And then about 3 months later, I discovered that I may have a condition called PMDD, and I went to the doctor and I was like, I have all these symptoms, and they were like, yep, that's it. And I was like, what the heck? PMDD, for those of you who don't know, it's called premenstrual dysphoric disorder, and it is basically a hormonal disorder in which the brain has an adverse reaction to normal hormonal functions in the body, which can cause severe PMS. It's like PMS times 1,000, and it's very debilitating, and I've tried everything and anything to help it, but nothing works. And basically my last resort would be to remove my ovaries, which in this country, good luck. So yeah, I've also been dealing with that and getting this room ready and just preparing to come back. And I decided, because art school burnt me out so bad, that I took the entire summer off and then some to come back. I ended up getting a stomach virus in September because I was planning to come back in September, and then I got a stomach virus, and that is not fun. So yeah, I'm finally coming back in October, and I actually ordered a new desktop, but it got delayed until October 19th, and it's been delayed 3 times already. If it gets delayed again, I'm calling Dell and having a word with them. But yeah, I will be having a new desktop, but it's okay. I'm still going to be able to upload. My Surface Pro 3 that I've had since 2016 is somehow still alive, and I can still make content on that until my desktop arrives. But after that, she is going to the computer junkyard. May she rest in peace, because she's old, she overheats, and yeah. So yes, so yeah, that is what I've been up to. I also got a puppy. Oh my god, I almost forgot to mention, I got a puppy. I already have a dog, but now I have 2 dogs. I have Cody, which is the one that barks all the time, and he's 13, and he's my white crusty old man. And then I have Goldie. She's 5 months old. She's crazy, but we're working on it. I've been training her every single day, and she is just a sweetheart. And I will be posting many pictures of them, so don't you worry, you will see them. But yeah, so that is all I've been doing, and that's all that has been going on with me. And my plan is that on Monday, October 18th, my first audio for over a year will be uploaded, and then I will be uploading Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. My plan is to possibly in the future have my Friday uploads be kind of like behind the scenes of creating the artwork for my audios, and kind of just talking about the lore of my characters. I don't know if that's something you would all be interested in seeing, like behind the scenes and kind of just behind the lore speed art edition, but I'm kind of thinking of possibly doing that. And if y'all want a tour of this room, I don't know if you guys would want to see that either, let me know. You want a tour of my plants? Let me know. I'll pull out my inner Jenna Marbles and do a plant tour, you know? So yeah, I am very excited to come back. I also, before I go, I just want to thank you all who have been sticking around and patiently waiting for my return, like waiting for me to return after like almost 2 years. You guys are real ones, and I would just like to thank you for patiently waiting for my return. And I'm so excited to be back, and I'm so excited to be making content again. I am full of energy and drive and passion, and I no longer have the burden of art school to deal with. So thank you all so much, and you will be hearing me on Monday, October 18th. So yeah, thank you all so much for waiting, and that's all I have for you. Ooh, crack. All right, bye guys.